another Crumbl video. These things are so expensive. This one's gonna be a little bit different. A little bit more chill. A little bit more, I don't know. I ordered these yesterday morning. I had them delivered here. It's 1:30 in the morning right now. I was just drafting up some ideas for other ASMR videos for the other channels I want to do. And I got pretty hungry, and I figured this would be a good time to do these, so I did have them delivered yesterday because I did not think I was going to get to the store during the day by the time that I wanted to get what I wanted. This was the last day of their rotation, you know what I mean? Where they, because every Sunday, or they're closed on Sundays, and then they switch to a new set of stuff for the next week. At least sometimes they do. A lot of the time. This week's theme is thin cookies. Every time I get their thin cookies, I really enjoy them. So for those of you that do not know, when you get the thin cookies, you get 2 of each per slot. So I got, 6 slots of cookies, 2 cookies each slot. We're only going to do 1 of each of the cookies for this video. One of the pieces of frosting just broke. We're only going to do 1 cookie per flavor. The rest of them that are in the box are for my grandma, not for your listening pleasure. Don't be selfish. My grandma wants some cookies, and I will deliver on that promise. Let me show you here. So what we've got, the one with the white frosting up top, that is the red velvet cookie. The one to the right with the red and white on it, strawberry. The one below that, right there with the rainbow sprinkles, is the cake batter cookie. Right there in front, M&M, mini M&M cookie. That right there, basic chocolate chip cookie. And then that one right there between the red velvet and the basic one is the brownie batter cookie, which is absolutely massive. Gotta make sure we are prepared. Some of the better fizzing sounds that I've ever heard for this channel. Alright, I want to start with this red velvet cookie. It is covered in frosting. Let me show you the, if I'm being honest, I don't know how often I've ever had red velvet in my life. It's not too often. It's got like leftover frosting bits from the cookie that it was sitting on top of in the box. I don't know how often I've had red velvet in my life. It really is not that often. Hopefully I will enjoy it. I do like the look of it though. It looks very fun. I feel like the frosting is gonna start falling all over the place if I start crumbling into this thing. So, shall we? That is very nice. guess the only thing I can really say about that one is that it is, that was so much frosting in it. It's such a good frosting, but it's so strong that it kind of takes out any of the flavoring of the cookie that was actually underneath all that frosting. Does that make sense? It was, that was really good, but man, it was just like a lot of frosting. I kind of just felt like I was eating a plain cookie with a lot of frosting, if that makes sense. If that makes sense to you. That was really good though. I enjoyed that. That would definitely hit the spot for anybody with like a supreme sweet tooth. Alright, next up I want to do this strawberry cookie. I don't know what other theme, if it's just strawberry or if it was a shortcake thing too. I don't know, but strawberry. The other one in the box has like way more powdered sugar on it. I figured this one would be better to look at in the video with less powdered sugar, and I want my grandma to get the one that's super, super cool looking. So, we will let her have that one. This is the strawberry cookie. Very interesting. I like the looks of it. I don't really know what to expect here. So, let's see what this like strawberry powder or whatever this is ends up like. Wow. That's really fun. It took a second with those first bites, but when I got the right bite, it kind of just tasted like strawberry jelly, like exploded into my mouth. It's actually a very, very, I feel like I expected a bit of a subtle strawberry because it was just this powdery stuff that I really don't even know what that was. And it wasn't like a thick cookie, it wasn't like any, I just didn't think it would be that oomph, that much oomph, but there was a lot of oomph. That was a very good strawberry cookie, and I'm so conditioned to like strawberry shortcake that I want like ice cream with it, you know what I mean? That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. These things, again, Crumbl is expensive, right? The cookies are thin, and that makes you think you're getting less to pay. You're paying a lot of money for less cookies and whatever. These things always taste so phenomenal. The flavor that they are able to pack into these things is exquisite. I think they're always worth a try every now and then. Alright, this one I was perhaps most excited about. Cake batter cookie. I like cake batter stuff. I'm a little disappointed at the optics of this one. I wish we had a couple more sprinkles on the top visible to look cooler than this, but this will have to do. The back side, you can see the chunk of it, the chunk of the other cake batter cookie that was like stuck to the bottom of this because it's been in the fridge for a while, and yeah, I couldn't really get it off without ruining the integrity of the cookie or the shape of the cookie, so I had to take it with me here. I think this will be good. I can already smell, yeah. to say it. That was a super, super good cookie. That was pretty much on par with what I thought it would be. Very flavorful. That little part that was stuck on the bottom was like extra thick. It was like a good thick bite of like cake, kind of cookie dough cake kind of thing. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Cake batter, whatever. That was super, super good. This is definitely, I had like such a sweet tooth yesterday and I didn't have anything good really to, satisfy it. I had these, but I couldn't do a video at that time. I was doing stuff, but, whew, that was good. I definitely enjoyed that. Alright, mini M&M cookie. Honestly, these don't look like mini M&Ms. They look, well, I don't know. Mini M&M cookie. You can see the colors on the back and whatnot. I would assume, I guess there's not much to assume for a cookie like this. It's just gonna be a cookie with like M&M. Look how big it is, like in comparison to this brownie batter cookie, that's like huge. It's like, it's just funny that this one ended up so big. Shall we? Wow, that was a strong M&M. Yeah, that was weird. I've never had an M&M that had that much flavor to it. That was very interesting. That kind of just like hit. I wonder if like it has something to do with it being baked into the cookie or whatever. It just, that chocolate, like it just, that hit like a truck. That was interesting. Yeah, like I keep saying, these things end up being way stronger flavor-wise than you would imagine they could be. They do quite a job at Crumbl cookie, I must say. They definitely make the premium price feel worth it. Okay, brownie batter cookie time. It's got a little sprinkle there on the bottom. If you remember the first Crumbl video I did, it was a while ago already. You probably don't. Because like, who's even watching these videos anyway? The brownie batter cookie last time was my favorite. That thing was just fucking immaculate. And I would expect this to be quite immaculate as well. Wow, it is like very, very like, bottom's got like just so much chocolate on the bottom. I mean, I can't, it feels like the chocolate's melting on my hand because it is. Let's eat. Alright, this is interesting. So I actually don't like it as much. Not even close, honestly, but as you could hear with the crunchiness, the edges give you that homemade brownie type of vibe. The edge of the homemade brownies that your mom or your grandma makes for you or something, you know what I mean? That's literally what it gives you, or gives me. Like, that's what I tasted right there, and it was like a very nice, it was good. And then you get away from the edges and you get to the regular chocolate. First, it doesn't really taste anything like the other one, if I'm being honest. Like, it's still a brownie, tastes like a brownie, I get that, but it tastes like a more well-baked brownie, I guess, than the other one did. Like, baked as in, like, the chocolate in there is supremely baked. The texture is different. It's not the same kind of, you know. So it's definitely not even close to the same as the other one. It's not bad either. It's not as much my style, but and you know, I probably would eat more of it if I didn't already just eat like 4 of these cookies right before it. But believe it or not, these things can still be quite filling despite them being very thin. It's not bad though. It's just not quite up my alley for what I would be looking for in terms of how the brownie batter cookie is the first time, when it wasn't a thin, when it was the actual thick one, which tasted a bit more like a brownie cake kind of thing. Yeah, it's just maybe a little bit overdone. I don't know, overdone or not really overdone, but the last cookie we have here, look at these chocolate chips. I love when chocolate chips stick out of cookies like this and look like that. It's very fun to me. So we've got chocolate chip cookie, regular, basic. We've got hair falling on our face. Let's wrap this up on a high note, surely. That was alright. I mean, it was more than alright. It was very good. It was the typical homemade chocolate chip cookie taste, I think, yeah. Again, so flavorful. It's interesting how, I have no idea how cooking stuff works, but that is just so much flavor in such a thin cookie. Sometimes it is just fascinating to me how they manage to do that. But that was fun. I liked that. What did we think in total, I guess? I really did like that cake batter one. That was probably my favorite. The red velvet frosting one, man, that just hit like crack. That was some good frickin' frosting. The strawberry one, very good, very unique. Never had like a strawberry cookie before. I don't know. You know, I really do wonder what that powdery stuff was. Like, I don't know what specifically. I mean, if it's just strawberry flavoring powder, if that's what it is what it is. It just, the fact that it was able to mimic that flavor of like jelly to me was interesting. M&M one, very flavorful. Chocolate one, very flavorful. Brownie one, this brownie one still was very flavorful. Just not my type of flavor, not my type of chocolate. It's just got a bit of too much bake to it. The edge texture is nice though. I think if you've had a good crunchy brownie edge that this turns from like crunchy to chewy in your mouth, then you know what I'm talking about. Alright, that was a fun, cute little quick like something good little Crumbl video. Not sure how often I'll continue to do these ones. I don't know. Not sure how often I'll do any of these videos anymore either. I think we're getting to the end of the road to an extent. Not forever though. But that was good. That was fun. I enjoyed those. That definitely hit that sweet tooth spot. You know, I don't usually love sweet stuff, but sometimes it just hits just right. And I don't really have a lot of other options here for sweet things to eat. So that was fun. Paid a lot of money for these, plus $8 for them to deliver it to me, which I couldn't go. I could have gone, but I wasn't gonna risk it. I was really tired and busy. I didn't want to fuck up something, and I'm not getting in a car crash to get some cookies, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm gonna mosey on out of here. I slept for like 8 or 9 hours. I got up pretty close to midnight. It's 2 in the morning now. Got a lot of stuff I want to work on tonight, including editing this video. I got a lot of stuff